Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host, Miss Mags, is right here next to me. She does not want to sit in the co-host seat right now. Mr. Brody is currently on vacation in Fitchburg, Mass. House sitting out in Fitchburg. And we're here at the office. Miss Mags and I, and of course Purple Dinosaur there. And we're going to continue our series with the New York Yankees from the 1978 Red Sox replay. This being game number 141. So far, in the first two games, the Red Sox have split the series, which is better than they fared in actual life when they got swept in 4 games. So this is game number 3 now. So the Red Sox, I believe, are a game behind now, and they're looking to retie the Yankees for first place. New York Yankees won this game in actuality 7-0, where they scored 7 runs in the 4th inning. They were held to just 2 hits by Ron Guidry. So we have a good pitching matchup today. We have Ron Guidry going for the New York Yankees, the eventual Cy Young Award winner for 1978 in the actual season. Not faring quite as well in the real season. I believe Ed Figueroa is out pitching him this year in the replay, although he's having a good season. And Dennis Eckersley on the hill for the Red Sox, who is having an excellent season. So we'll see what happens here, see if we can change time a little bit and get a victory here, and see what's going on. So without further ado, we'll get this game underway now.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty. So Dennis Eckersley on the hill for the Red Sox. Comes in with a record of 20-7 on the season. Got his 20th win in his last start. 20-8 on the actual season. So if he can get a win today, he can break that mark. With a 2.77 earned run average, 234 hits, 211 hits allowed, 59 walks and 128 strikeouts, and has surrendered 23 home runs to the opposition. The defense behind Eckersley is going to be Yastrzemski in left, Lynn in center, Rice in right. Evans not in the lineup today. Battling some injuries there. So in the infield, it's going to be Hobson, Burleson, Duffy getting a start at second. It's been Broham lately, but Duffy will get the start today. And Scott at first. Hobson and with below average range, Burleson excellent range, Duffy average, and Scott slightly above average range at first. Hobson and Duffy are defensive liabilities with very high error rating, especially Hobson, but Duffy also pretty high at second base. And Burleson, decent error rating at shortstop, and Scott also pretty good. So behind the plate, Fisk excellent all around. Eckersley average range, very short-handed, but pretty bad at holding runners on with a +4. So the lineup for the visiting Yankees is going to be Mickey Rivers, the center fielder, will lead it off. He's followed by Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Thurman Munson behind the plate will hit third. The DH again today, Reggie Jackson, batting cleanup. First baseman Chris Chambliss will hit fifth. Greg Nettles is the third baseman hitting sixth. Lou Piniella is your right fielder batting seventh. Roy White is in left field hitting eighth. And Bucky Dent, the shortstop, will hit ninth. So that's the lineup for the visiting New York Yankees. 1-game lead over the Red Sox in the AL East. Eventual World Series champions of 1978. Red Sox trying to change that. So Eckersley looks in for the sign from Fisk. Hobson and Scott are in on the grass against Rivers, who has been known to drop a bunt. Rivers comes in hitting .264, 12 homers, 49 runs batted in. And here's the lineup and the pitch. And he's going to get one to hit here. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Rice looks at go, and it is gone. So the Yankees off to a fast start as Rivers gets his 13th home run of the season. Eclipsing his total of 11, I think he had on the actual season. Also broke his RBI total, now with 50. 48 of the actual season, I believe it was. So the Yankees with a 1-0 lead after the first batter. Willie Randolph up now. Randolph comes in hitting .239 with 35 runs batted in. And it's going to be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Burleson. He gets to a difficult one there in the hole. And is able to fire over to Scott to retire Randolph. So nice play by Burleson there. So 1 down now for Thurman Munson. Munson, .269 on the season, 7 homers, 65 runs batted in. His home run total for the season with 7. One more. That's going to be off the 4 column, Eckersley, and that will be a strikeout swing. So 2 down now for Reggie Jackson. Jackson, .255 hitter in the season, also breaking his total of home runs with 28. Far behind his RBI total, needs 24 to equal that total. Most likely will probably not get to that. And it's going to be off his 1 column. And that'll be a strikeout. So Eckersley gets 2 Ks on the day in the inning after the leadoff home run by Mickey Rivers. And after 1/2, it's New York 1 and Boston coming up. So Guidry on the hill. Guidry comes in with a 16-9 record, was 25-3 on the actual season. 2.43 earned run average, still very good though. 241 innings pitched, 174 hits allowed, 59 walks, 214 strikeouts, and has surrendered 18 home runs, 5 more than he did on the entire season. So he's been more susceptible to the long ball in the replay. Hopefully the Red Sox can take advantage of that. The defense behind Guidry is going to be White and left, Rivers in center, and Piniella in right. White and Piniella average range, Rivers above average range in center. Rivers and Piniella the most error prone at center and right, with both having pretty high ratings for outfielders. Rivers with below average arm in center, Piniella average in right, and White well below average in left. The infield is going to be Nettles, Dent, Randolph, and Chambliss. Very good defense overall, with Nettles and Randolph being extremely good at third and second. Dent and Chambliss above average range at shortstop and first. Chambliss the most sure-handed at first, and Randolph the most error-prone at second. Behind the plate, there's Miss Maggs. She's not want to sit in her seat right now. Maybe she will later. We have our t-shirt up there and our purple dinosaur calling the game there. So how we feel about the Yankees. So the Red Sox lineup is as follows. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Freddie Lynn, the center fielder. Jim Rice will hit third and play right. Kyle Yastrzemski is the left fielder batting cleanup. Carlton Fisk behind the plate hits fifth. Bob Bailey getting a start today against the lefty Guidry will hit sixth in DH. George Scott, the first baseman, will hit seventh. Butch Hobson is your third baseman, hitting eighth. And Frank Duffy, the second baseman, will bat ninth. And we're probably going to go with, if it's a close game, we're going to go with what we normally do. We're going to replace Hobson at third with Brohammer, if he's available. And we'll replace Duffy at shortstop with Remy, if he's available. So that's your lineup for the hometown Red Sox. Burleson comes in hitting .285 with 2 homers, 43 runs batted in. So here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to Randolph at second. Scoops it up over to first for out number 1. So attendance today is 32,801 at Fenway. That's the capacity crowd. We'll see what the actual attendance is. So Fred Lynn up now comes in hitting .296, 25 homers, 80 runs batted in. 3 home runs ahead of his pace for the season and just 2 RBIs behind his total. He'll get one to hit here. Let's see what he can do with it. And that's going to be a 1-out base hit. No chance for Dent or White to get to that one. So a 1-out base runner for the Red Sox. Chambliss will hold him on. Lynn is somewhat of a threat to steal. So Jim Rice up now with a 1 down. Rice has been hot as of late, hitting .303 with 40 home runs, 119 runs batted in. Just 6 home runs off his total for the season. And 20 RBIs behind it. And he'll get one to hit here. Let's see if he can add to that total. And he cannot as he grounds out to Dent. Flips over to Randolph for 1. Back to first. And the Red Sox are done in the first. So after 1 full, it's New York 1 and Boston nothing. Chambliss, Nettles, and Piniella up for the Yankees. Chambliss comes in hitting .295. 7 home runs ahead of his pace for the season. 19 for the season. And the replay with 83 runs batted in. 7 behind that total. It's going to be out the 5 column. And it'll be a fly ball to right. Rice camps under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Greg Nettles, .284, 20 homers, and 74 runs batted in. Off his 3 column, that's also a fly ball to right. Rice has a long run, but hauls it in for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Yankees second. For Sweet Lou Piniella. Piniella hitting .322 with 2 homers, 51 runs batted in. It's going to be off 6 column of Eckersley. And that will be a strikeout looking. So Eckersley gets his 3rd K of the day. And that'll do it for the Yankees in the second. So after 1.5, it's New York 1, Boston nothing. Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Bailey up for the Red Sox. Veneta gets on Scott. So Yastrzemski comes in hitting .275, 15 homers, 65 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 5 column of Guidry, and that will be a pop-up to Dent. It calls for everyone off and makes the catch. So 1 down in the Red Sox second. Brings up Carlton Fisk, .291, 16 homers, 72 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 1 column. And it'll be a ground ball to Dent. Screamer to him. Picks it up and fires to first. Pull Chambliss off the bag, but he swipes Fisk with the glove. So 2 outs and the base is empty for Bob Bailey. Bailey hitting .190 on the season with 2 runs batted in. And it's going to be off the 6th column of Guidry. Guidry with a very tough card, as you can see there. Not much on his card. And that'll be a fly ball to left. White drifts over and gets under it and makes the catch. So the Red Sox go in order in the second, and after 2 full, 1-0 New York. So White to lead it off. White .273 with 9 homers, 41 runs batted. 1 more home run than he has on the season. It's going to be off the 3 column, and that is going to be a ground ball to Eckersley. Flips over to Scott for out number 1. So let's see what's going on in today's games. Cleveland leads Detroit 3-0. Toronto ahead of Baltimore 2-0. McKay hit a 16 home run with Toronto. Kansas City shutting out California 2-0. They're battling for first place in that division. Chicago on top of Seattle 2-0. And Minnesota and Milwaukee are scoreless. Keep an eye on that one. Milwaukee's been on a losing streak lately, but is still in the race. So Bucky Dent up now with 1 out. Comes in hitting .242, 4 homers, 24 runs batted in. He'll be off the 2 column. Gives a ground ball to his counterpart. Burleson charges it, fires to first. For out number 2. So top of the order, Rivers led off the game with a solo home run, accounting for the only run of the game thus far. Now has 13 home runs on the season, 2 more than the actual season. It's going to be off the 5 column. And it'll be a ground ball to Duffy. Range check. Duffy an error machine at short, so we'll see what he can do here. Oh, and it's going to be a single. But he does not commit the error. They're going to just call it a single. Infield single for Rivers. Rivers with too much speed. And it'll be a base hit for Rivers, his second hit of the day. So Rivers on with first with 2 down. Rivers is a threat to steal. See if he goes. Takes a walking lead. 20 of 27 is Rivers. Unable to get a good lead here, though. Oh, but he's going to go here anyway. And we're going to throw for him. And the throw by Fisk will scoot into the outfield grass. They're going to count an error on Fisk, and Rivers will go to third now with 2 down. Credit Rivers with the stolen base. Randolph up now. Grounded out in his first at-bat. And Eckersley's able to get out of it, so the error does not prove costly. So after 2.5, it's still 1-0 Yankees. So the Boomer will lead it off, and it'll be Scott, Hobson, and Duffy for the Red Sox in the bottom of the third. Scott comes in at 245, 15 homers, 51 runs batted in, 3 home runs more than the actual season, and 3 RBIs less so far. And it's going to be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Randolph. Range check on him. He'll get to it. And flip over to Chambliss for out number 1. So 1 down in the Red Sox third. Hobson coming to the plate. Hobson hitting 279, 13 homers, 57 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 6th column of Guidry. And that will be a strikeout on the curveball, as Hobson was way out in front of that one. Definitely expecting something else there. So number 9 hitter Duffy up to the plate now. Comes in hitting 241 with 15 runs batted in. Only had 4 RBIs on the actual season, so it'll be a much more productive season. Knocking in runs. And he'll get one to hit here. It's going to be off his 3 column. And it'll be a pop fly to Dent. He'll make the catch. And the Red Sox are retired in order in the third. So after 3 full, 1-0 New York. Munson struck out in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to Hobson. Plays it on a hop. And he is out. So Reggie Jackson up now. Also struck out in his first at-bat. This time he'll get a base hit. Past Burleson. Stremski throws it back in. So Jackson's somewhat of a threat to steal here. Good base running. Good base running speed anyway. He's being held on by Scott. So Chambliss up now. Flew out in his first at-bat. And he'll draw the walk. First walk given up by Eckersley. So runners on first and second with 1 down. Red Sox playing back hopefully for 2 here. Nettles flew out in his first at-bat. This is going to be another range check on Duffy, which is not good. This time he will get to it, though. Let's see if he can turn 2 here. Over to second for 1, back to first, and they turn 2. So a nice double play started by Duffy. That'll do it for the Yankees in the top of the third. So up to 3.5, it's Yankees 1 and Red Sox nothing. Guidry cruising along so far. Has only allowed 1 Red Sox hit. So top of the order, Burleson to lead it off. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. It's going to be a range check on Piniella. And he'll get to it. And hang on to it for out number 1. All right, Fred Lynn up now with 1 out. The base is empty. Singled at his first at-bat. Only hit off Guidry so far. It's going to be off the 5 column. And that'll be a fly ball to center. Rivers circles under it and makes the play for out number 2. So Jim Rice up now, and the base is empty and 2 down. Grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. And he'll ground one to Dent. Dent with above average range. Gets to it. And makes the play over to Chambliss to retire the side. So the Red Sox go in order in the 4th. Miss Maggs is now on the host seat here. Miss Maggs wants to be the host today. Miss Maggs not very happy with me because we've been out of town. So she's been all here by her lonesome. So after 4 full, it remains New York 1 and Boston nothing. Eckersley back out there. Eckersley 58 pitches to 4 innings. It'll be Piniella, Dent, White, and Dent, the bottom third of the order for the Yankees. Piniella struck out in his first at-bat. And this time he'll fly out to Lynn in center for out number 1. So 1 gone in the Yankee 5th. Brings up Roy White. Grounded out in his first at-bat. And White is going to send one to right. Same spot that Rivers hit it. And this will be gone. So Roy White gets his 10th home run of the season. Just over the reach of Rice. So it's 2-0 New York now. So Bucky bleeping Dent up now. Grounded out in his first at-bat. And Dent will get a single. So Fisk will go out to talk to Eckersley. Goes back behind the plate. Dent being held on by Scott. So Rivers has had led off the game with a home run and singled in his last at-bat. Dent trying to get a jump here. Eckersley trying to keep him close. And that'll be a fly ball to right. Rice calls for it. Backpedals. Makes the catch. Dent heads back to first. So Cleveland in front of Detroit, still 3-0. Toronto, Baltimore on the board now. Toronto leads 2-1. Kansas City increased their lead over California 4-0. White Sox over the Mariners 3-1. And Milwaukee and Minnesota still scoreless. So Randolph out now with 2 outs and runner on first. And he'll draw the walk. Second walk given up by the Eck. So it'll be a Munson. Munson 0 for 2 on the day. And Munson laces a single past Burleson. And it looks like they're going to try to send Dent. Yastrzemski has it. He's going to throw for the lead runner here. And we're going to let the ball fly through. Oh, my goodness. And Yastrzemski throws the ball away for an error. That will score 2 runs. As Munson ends up at third. It's now a 4-0 Yankee lead. So Red Sox defense hurting them today so far. Jackson up now. And he'll strike out. So I believe just one of those runs is going to be earned. Well, 2 of those runs, 2 out of the 3. And it's 4-0 New York now. So the Red Sox with a tall mountain to climb now, with down by 4 to Guidry. Yastrzemski will lead it off, see if he can atone for his error right away. He popped up in his first at-bat. And he draws the walk. Guidry can't believe that one. So Guidry issues his first walk of the day. It'll bring up Fisk, who grounded out in his first at-bat. Chambliss holding on Yastrzemski. And no need to worry as he grounds out to Nettles over to Randolph for 1. Back to first. And they turn 2. So the base is empty now for Bailey. Flew out in his first at-bat. Bailey gets his pitch. Wow. And Bob Bailey is going to go yard. Unbelievable. So Bob Bailey gets his first home run of the season over the Green Monster into the netting. So Bob Bailey, of all, the most unlikely candidate of all the Red Sox, gets the Sox on the board. 4-1 now. So breaks up Guidry's shutout. As his teammates high-five him as he goes into the dugout. So Bob Bailey with a rare home run in 1978. So the boomer up now. He's going to hit one to right. Piniella with a range check on Piniella. He'll get to it. Oh, and he's going to not be able to handle on this one. Going to go all the way to the wall as he drops it. So Scott will end up at second with it on the error by Piniella. So both teams kind of shaking their defense so far. That'll bring up Hobson, who struck out in his first at-bat. This will be a range check on Chambliss. Oh, and it's going to be a base hit. So Chambliss can't get to it in the hole. So Scott will hold at third, down by 3. So runners at the corners with 2 down for Frank Duffy with a chance to get the Red Sox a little closer here. And not going to do much off Guidry's card there as he strikes out to end the inning. Let the Red Sox get a run on the Bob Bailey's first home run of the season. And it's now 4-1 after 5. So Chambliss up now. 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll get his first base hit of the day. Extends his typical day with the Sirens here in downtown Garden. But anyway, Chambliss extends his hitting streak to 13 games. With the base hit there. So we have Nettles 0 for 2 on the day. And that'll be a base hit for Nettles. Chambliss will hold at second. So first 2 runners on for the Yankees after the home run by no home runs. Never mind. That was the Red Sox scoring. All right, so Piniella up now. He's going to lay down a bunt. And safe. Piniella beats out the bunt. So bases, that was unexpected. So the infield's going to be drawn in now, down by 3. Bases loaded, nobody out. Fisk, Hobson, and Scott all join on the mound. So White up now. White homered in his last at-bat. And it'll be a fly ball to center. And we'll get in front of it. Chambliss getting ready to tag. As Chambliss holds at third, not deep enough to get the run home. So 1 down now. Red Sox hoping to turn 2 here. Dent 1 for 2 with a single. And that's a called third strike. So 2 down now. So Eckersley 1 out of getting out of it without any damage. But he'll have to face Mickey Rivers, who's already homered today. And single, 2 for 3. And he looks like he'll get out of it as he flies out to Rice. Right, he got under it just a bit. Rice comes in and makes an easy catch. So no damage done. It remains a 3-run Yankee lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox will have Burleson, Lynn, and Rice, top of the order up. If anybody gets on, Yastrzemski. And he'll ground out to his counterpart. Dent up with it over the Chambliss for out number 1. Beats him by a step. So Fred Lynn up now, 1 for 2. And he'll ground this one to Chambliss. Take it to the bag himself for out number 2. Jim Rice up now, 0 for 2. And he strikes out. So Guidry with his third K of the day, and the Red Sox go in order in the 6th. So we'll head to the 7th with the Red Sox behind by 3. Randolph up now, 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounds this one to Burleson. Gets in front of it. Takes a bad bounce, stays with it. Regroups, fires the first, and gets him. So Cleveland in front of Detroit 5-2. Baltimore now in front of Toronto 4-2. Kansas City all over California 7-0. White Sox over the Mariners now 6-1. And Milwaukee has pulled ahead of Minnesota 1-0 as Corbin Thomas has hit his 34th home run for the Brewers. And here it's 4-1 Yankees. So Mudd's hit up now, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he'll hit one to Hobson, 2 Harper, and Munson is retired for number 2. So Jackson up now. He's got a single sandwich between 2 strikeouts. And this time he'll ground out to Duffy, plays it on a hop over to Scott. And the Yankees will go 1-2-3 in the 7th. So trivia question today brought to you by Miss Mags and Purple Dinosaur. What year did Jackie Robinson break the color barrier in the major leagues? Oh God, I better get this right. 1948, I want to say. Something's telling me 47, but I'm going to go with 48. So lock in your answers. Here we go. It was 47. And so 1947. Jackie Robinson. Off by a year there. Some told me it was 47, but for some reason I still went with 48. I think I was thinking of the 48 Red Sox. That's probably what I was thinking about. So, all right. So, Yastrzemski will lead it off in the home half of the 7th here. Red Sox down by 3. Only 3 hits off Guidry. Only run of the game, a solo home run by Bob Bailey, his first of the year. So, Yastrzemski 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll get only the 4th hit for the Red Sox. Lead off the 7th. So, a good start to the inning. Brings out Fisk. 0 for 2. And he'll get one to hit here. Oh, just misses it as Nettles makes a great play. Rips it. Nice catch by the third baseman for out number 1. So Bob Bailey homered in his last at-bat. Oh, and he's got to get another one to hit. Could Bob Bailey go deep twice? We'll see. Oh, my goodness. He gets a bad roll on that, bad split on that one. He had a 75% chance off of that roll, but unable to get to it as it goes all the way to the wall, but White is able to make the catch. So Bob Bailey made a bid to get his second home run of the day. Who'd have thunk that? So the Boomer up now, reached on an error and grounded out. And he'll lace a single up the middle. So the Red Sox will bring the tying run up as Yastrzemski motors to third, so runners at the corners with 2 down for Hobson. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And he strikes out. He made a bid for a home run there, but missed it entirely. So nothing doing for the Red Sox in the 7th as we head to the 8th with down by 3. Eckersley back out there again. It's likely to be his last inning. Chambliss 1 for 2 with a walk, strikes out on this one. So that'll bring up Nettles 1 for 3 on the day. Singled in his last at-bat. And he'll fly out to Lynn for out number 2. So Piniella up now, 1 for 3. It'll be a range check on Scott. And he's able to get to it. And leads Eckersley perfectly for out number 3. So Yankees go in order in the 8th. Guidry back out there for very, very economical so far. Just 79 pitches through 7 innings. And Duffy will lead it off 0 for 2 on the day. And that'll be a fly ball to left. White sizes it up and makes the catch for out number 1. Nice diving catch, actually, by White. So Burleson up now. 1 out. 0 for 3 on the day. And he strikes out. So Red Sox down to the last 4 outs as Lynn comes to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. And he'll pop this one up to Chambliss. He'll make the catch to retire the side. So the Red Sox, nothing doing in the 8th. And they trail it 4-1 as we head to the 9th. And then it's going to be it for Eckersley. Bergmeyer actually pitched most of the game. He pitched 5 1/3 innings after Eckersley was only pitched 3 2/3 innings, allowing 6 earned runs, 7 runs total for the Yankees. So Bergmeyer will come in. So Bergmeyer now comes in with a 1-2 record, 2 saves, 6.29 earned run average, 44 innings pitched, 62 hits allowed, 16 walks, 26 strikeouts, and allowed 7 home runs. So he's been pretty bad this year. So White will turn around and bat righty against Bergmeyer. It's going to be off the 6th call, but that'll be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski has it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Dent up now, 1 for 3 with a run scored. And that's a fly ball to center. Lynn's there and makes the catch. So Mickey Rivers, 2 for 4 with a homer. And he'll ground this one to Scott. Trots to the bag. And the Yankees go in order against Bergmeyer in the 9th. So the Red Sox needing 3 runs here to keep the game going. They'll face Guidry, who's been 88 pitches through 8 innings. Rice 0 for 3 will lead it off. And he'll strike out. So Rice now 0 for 4 on the day. Check the scores here. Final scores. Cleveland beats Detroit 7-2. Baltimore rips Toronto 8-2. Kansas City crushes California 14-0. Chicago beats Seattle 6-3. Oh, and Milwaukee nips Minnesota 1-0. So Milwaukee will gain a game against the Red Sox if they can't get the win here. So Blake Caldwell gets his 23rd win, 23-4. Wow. So 1 down now for Yastrzemski, 1 for 2 with a walk. And he'll ground out to Randolph. So Red Sox down to their last out. So Pesky, the first base coach, was upset at that call. He thought that Yastrzemski beat it out. So Fisk up now. Hitless on the day, and should remain hitless. And he'll strike out. Guidry gets 7 Ks now as Mags joins us for the wrap-up. And the Red Sox fall to the Yankees by a score of 4-1. So the Red Sox, with the loss, now fall to 2 games behind the Yankees in the AL East. And the Yankees take a 2-1 series lead. So Ron Guidry goes the distance, as he did in the actual game. This time he does let up a run, though. Only 5 hits, 3 more than the actual game. And 1 run and a solo home run to Mr. Bob Bailey. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So Eckersley gets the loss, pitches 8 innings, allows 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Now 20-8 on the season, which was his record for the season. 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and allowed 2 home runs. Bergmeyer pitches a scoreless 9th. And for the Yankees, Ricky Rivers was 2 for 5 with a solo home run. Randolph 0 for 3 with a run scored. Bunsen 1 for 4 with a RBI. Jackson 1 for 4. Chambliss 1 for 3. Greg Nettles 1 for 4. Lou Piniella 1 for 4. Roy White 1 for 4 with a solo home run. And Bucky Dent 1 for 4 with a run scored. For the Red Sox, not much going on here. Burleson 0 for 4. Lynn 1 for 4. Rice 0 for 4. Yastrzemski 1 for 3. Colin Fisk 0 for 4. Bob Bailey 1 for 3 with a solo home run, his first of the year. George Scott 1 for 3. Butch Hobson 1 for 3. And Frank Duffy was hitless 0 for 3. So player of the game, definitely Ron Guidry. Pitches a complete game, allowing only the 5 hits and 1 run. And more importantly, the Red Sox fall another game behind first place. So let's take a look at the standings here. So with the loss, the Red Sox now 2 games behind the Yankees in the AL East. And Milwaukee pushes the game closer now, just 2.5 out. So a very tight race in the AL East. So the Red Sox will go against the Yankees tomorrow. One more September 10th. And we'll check the pitching matchup. It's going to be it gets tougher here as Ed Figueroa, their ace this year, in the replay anyway, goes up against Bobby Sproul. So Bobby Sproul get another start. Bobby Sproul was excellent in his last start. Hopefully he can duplicate that start again. I believe he pitched 12 innings getting the win. Got his first and only win of the season. Well, his only start. But actually did not record a Major League win, so he starting off his career correctly. Unfortunately, looks like in this game he only lasted 2/3 of an inning, allowing 1 hit, 3 runs, all of them earned, and walked 4 batters. So he was absolutely horrible in this game, as the Red Sox got swept in real life, and in this game they lost 7-4. So we'll see if they can gain a split of the series and move to back within a game. So we'll see. So join us in game number 142, I want to say. 142. And the Red Sox will try to gain a split of the series. So take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. Miss Mag says bye too.